I was looking for love, but there was no love to be found in this forsaken town. So I continued on my struggle, and my struggle, it led me to your door, knocking 'cause I want more of that love you give to me. Love so tenderly, baby girl, I want your love. Open up the door, open up the door, open up the door to your heart and let me in. I say open up the door, open up the door to your heart and let me in. Still working in the music, but more in the development stage, trying to formulate a new sound or genre per se, called Junka, Junka. It's the sound, Junka, from the Bahamas, from Nassau particularly, and it's based on the sounds and the rhythmic sounds of Junkanoo, goatskin drum, cowbells, whistles, horns. Maybe not so much as it's being played today, but as it was played maybe 30, 40 years ago, it's on a kind of slow rhythm, but it's still Junkanoo, because Junkanoo is Junkanoo whether it's fast or it's slow. The rhythms are the same, but we've slowed it down so that we could maybe add some lyrical content and melody to the Junkanoo beat, which has been difficult to, for us for a long time to really capture that energy, or to set a platform on Junkanoo music that we could actually be melodic, so that's the approach that we're taking. We're trying to get melody married with the Junkanoo rhythms, and it's a new take on how Bahamians are going to be seeing or delivering Junkanoo to the world tomorrow. This is the path that we are on. We're breaking new ground. Reggae was the first thing I kind of got involved with, and that was many years ago, inspired by men like Bob Marley and reggae and the reggae culture of the day, so we all got involved on that level. No matter how you play reggae, you're not gonna play reggae like a Jamaican would play reggae, you know what I mean? That's how me personally, how I feel about it. And I've been told that a lot of times when I did shows in foreigners, like the reggae that I was playing, the Jamaicans over there kind of considered it not to be really reggae like that. And I was kind of like astonished when I heard that, because they say, you playing something like reggae, but you're playing reggae. And when I really considered that, Bahamians play reggae with a Junkanoo feel behind it, because that's just who we are, And I kind of like really looked into that same energy that, hey, that what they identifying and saying it's not reggae, it actually was Junka. We playing it, because Junka and reggae are very similar in their approach, except the timing is different. One is one and the other is the other. It's opposite, It plays differently, but it has the same approach. At least this is the way that I'm approaching it. I'm not really rhythm skanking it like how merengue or calypso would do it. I kind of like take out a lot of that rhythmic feeling and just add just a one down beat on the beat. Single, just like how it would be set up in reggae, but it's played in a different time signature. So that there creates a sound, and it gives more space for the singer to sing a melody, if you really think about it. So that's the approach I'm taking with it. And then I'm also using like Junkanoo samples to support that real Junkanoo Bay Street sound. And then we add goatskin drums and stuff singularly here in the studio. So we're really staying as close as we can to the downbeat of Junkanoo on all approaches, on all songs. That's why I kind of like had to hang up the reggae for a minute there to really embrace my sound or our sound as Bahamians. Because if I continue playing or dabbling in that reggae energy, that would keep converting me back to that. And I wanted to get more closer to this. So I kind of had to like abandon it. It's like trying to have two wives, you know what I mean? So I had to make a choice on which one I was going to deal with. So I'm dealing with my Bahamian girl. So conscious of yourself. I'm trying my best to conscious of my vibe so I could bring, when I sing in something that has some meaning, I just hope it has the melody that the people would appreciate and just love and listen to the song more than just once. But nevertheless, I tell all the people, all the young men out there who dabbling into music as a Bahamian, embrace your own cultural identity because it's very strong and it has rich history and it has a very, very strong rhythmic background which stems from Africa and also what has been developed while we were here in the Caribbean, mixed with a lot of other Latin feels and stuff like that. So music is all one, but we are Bahamians and we are Junka people. And if you check for Junka on the world scene, the music of the Bahamas is, if you Google it, it'll probably come back as Junka, not rake and scrape or calypso or merengue or reggae. Of the Bahamas is Junka. Why don't we have any Junka artists? You understand this? This is a big deficit. And this is a big opportunity for all Bahamians if they are musicians. There's a big wide opening, it's like a big job market for Junka artists to fill. But then nobody want to fill it. They cry out and say, we don't have no work and we ain't got nothing to do. But what we got to do is make our own music and fill the shoe where we're supposed to be filling. We're supposed to be the Junka people. You understand me? When people come to the Bahamas looking for Junka artists because they Google it and find that Junka is the music of the Bahamas, and when they come in and find out that only Junka they can witness if they wait till December or January 1st. You understand me? That is wrong. If Junka is the music of the Bahamas, we're supposed to have Junka artists. Not rake and scrape artists, not calypso artists, all reggae artists. We's Bahamians people. This year, some of the songs, just a little, I'll give you a little taste of a few of these songs and tell me what you feel, you know. This one is called Come Make Me Go Down.
All praise unto the Most High.
Come make me go down by the river to fetch a bucket of water, to go and wash me clothes.
Yeah, the bells outside.
To wash me clothes without no soap, 'cause it's hot right now.
Down in a soul backyard.
I remember when it was nice. We had all the wine and the sugar and the spice. In these days of sorrow. Sometimes I say to myself,
Why does it have to be like this? Why does it have to be about politics? Label yourself as a Junka artist from the Bahamas. Play more Junka in your music. You know, you could do any genre style and slowly try to develop yourself to come out of the foreign energy. I'm doing my best to try to get as far away from being reggae-ish as I can and become more Bahamian-ish. You understand what I'm saying? Get close to our roots. This is no prejudice. But this is about self-identity. Identify yourself, Bahamian people. We all Bahamian people, black and white, and it's different, no matter. But Junka is in us, and everything that we do is of a Junka orientation. We walk in a Junka way. You understand me? We dance in a Junka way. When we on Bay Street and we hear that Saxons or them valley coming through, everybody head bobbing forward, you know? We ain't falling back like our reggae is fall back and drop in like this. No, man, we bobbing forward because this is how our music go. Our music is boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean, Ross? That's the music of the Bahamian people. And we need to embrace that energy and put our music with that, put our bass with that, put our guitar with that. That's what's going on here. That's where we need to be. So when we get high on our own music, then we saying something. Then when people come to the Bahamas, they can say, what's going on in Bahamian? They can say, man, we got Junka. Junka is of the Bahamas. It's an original Bahamian sound. You understand? We can't just be profiling like we from Jamaica or we from America, rapping diggity diggity or diggity da da da. Man, let these people come to the Bahamas to see us as Bahamians saying, mother sick, I gotta get to the Bahamas, boy, because Bahamas carrying on, dog. Bahamas ain't no lightweight. Bahamas got sound, big sound. And the people them gonna feel that a million miles away. And if we don't do it, then who gonna do it? You understand me? So brothers and sisters, it can be a hard road, but what you gotta do is just conscious of yourself, be positive in yourself and say, you know what? Let's embrace this sound and everybody push. Everybody push and start collaborating, try and get together. Don't be prejudiced against black, white, or Rasta, or Christian, or Muslim, or don't. Erase all that ism, schism, embracing the sound named Junka. Don't be afraid of yourself because you're brand new. The first shall be last and the last shall be first. You all hearing me? It's our time now. We long time wait for this. And Bahamians and music people, if y'all ain't getting y'all gear, locking gear to play Junka music in a way, any kind of way, y'all wasting y'all time. Y'all ain't gonna never be no Bob Marley. Y'all ain't gonna never be no Rick Ross and them boy them there. Y'all ain't gonna be none of them. Y'all gonna be Bahamian though. Y'all gonna be Bahamian forever. Y'all gonna always be a Bahamian. You can always be a Bahamian. You ain't gonna never change. So don't change. Just embrace yourself and represent yourself. Rise up in the rhythm of life, man. You know what I mean? Know yourself, identify yourself, love yourself, represent yourself. Represent the Bahamas and Bahamian government. Y'all joking. Y'all joking when y'all don't support young Bahamian artists and give them some kind of direction and focus and give them support. You understand me? There's 1 million studio in Nassau and 1 million works ain't coming out. You know? And if y'all have that money, like how the tourist offices have a lot of money put aside every year in their little budget to say this for music, this ain't for pocketing, this ain't for going for lunch and dinner, this for putting a Bahamian in a position where he can represent your country. All Bahamian musicians should be thinking about one thing, trying to get a genre established in the world for real, for real, for real, on the top 100, like pop, jazz, hip hop, reggae, Junka. When we do that, we all win. But we supposed to be rallying on one point. We can't conquer this war if you doing rake and scrape, he doing jungle, he doing merengue, he doing calypso, he doing hip hop. We can't live like that. We have to be one, unified, solid, solidarity, one sound coming out of the Bahamas. What that name? That name Junka, okay? Everybody rallying on that one point. When we keep mashing that same name, the world gonna hear that. Government of the Bahamas, y'all listen to me. Why we can't represent is because we don't have a sound that we could embrace. Everybody know Junka is Bahamian, and that's what Bahamian is, to be Junka. But if Junka ain't playing like how hip hop playing or how reggae playing or how whatever sound playing out there on the radio every day all over the world, not just around the corner on these local stations, we ain't saying nothing. We're not being represented. And if we ain't being represented, ain't no one checking for us, they ain't noticing us. We ain't got no voice, we giving up our voice. So Bahamian government and people who have money and whatnot, support the Bahamians where they need support. They need support. They need to get in the studio, they need to get their stuff produced. And they also need to get advice and direction. Everybody need to be focused on this plan. Be honored to be yourself. And when we doing that, when we go somewhere, and you got Jamaicans there and Trinidadians there and stuff like that, they can say, oh, hey, hold on a minute, see some Bahamians just walk in here. Bahamians just walk in the door. They can know they's Bahamians because they can hear Junka coming off of them. They ain't gonna mistake them like every time I in foreign, oh, you from Jamaica, man? You from Jamaica, man? No, I from the Bahamas. I's a Bahamian, man. You can't see I's a Bahamian. You can't hear I ain't talking like how Jamaicans talk. I talk like Bahamian. And brothers, let's stop talking like Jamaicans. Let's stop talking like Americans. Let's talk like Bahamians is talk. I ain't talking about using broken language and whatnot, you know what I mean? We could talk proper Queen's English or whatever, how you want to identify it, but it's still going to be spoken in a Bahamian patois, clear, and everybody can recognize that's Bahamian, so we can be like, hey man, that's Bahamian, that's all good, you know? Don't be afraid. We got the power, let's stand on that power, embrace that power, unite, collaborate, Be one with your brethren. Don't be afraid to go to the next studio because they're playing something a little bit different from what you kind of accustomed to. Just try it, man. Just try it. Everybody come together, King. Well, you can always contact me straight up, beejustice@hotmail.com. That's BEEJUSTICE@hotmail.com. Or just call me on my cell, simple enough, 436-8573. I was looking for love, but there was no love to be found in this forsaken town. So I continued on my struggle, and my struggle, it led me to your door, knocking 'cause I want more of that love you give to me. Love so tenderly, baby girl, I want your love. Open up the door, open up the door, open up the door to your heart and let me in. I say open up the door, open up the door to your heart and let me in. Let them say whatever they want to say, let them do what they want to. Still your love is my love and my love is your love is my love. And it's so wonderful, this mystical love. Open up the door,